music. Get another word for the day. Saturday morning edition. We give God all the praise and honor. And we thank Him for life, health, and strength for as well as it is. We give Him honor. We also give Him thanks for each and every one of you cyber friends. You know who you are. Blog Talk Radio family, all the way down to YouTube. End Time Harvest Game. We give God the glory as usual. We give Him all the credit. All the glory belongs to God. We have none, so therefore there's none for us to have or give. So we want to say that we are about to go out this morning as usual. Saturday, very busy day for old Midiman. Choir rehearsal at home church this morning. Got to go to my home church, and we celebrating our church anniversary on this Sunday, and we are glad and we're happy about that, and so we're going out to get ready to do what thus says the Lord, and we count it as a privilege and an honor to be able to be in the service. In other words, we thank God for allowing me to be a part. In other words, not that anything that I deserve, but He just saw fit to use me in that capacity, and for whatever capacity that He uses me in, I try to indulge myself and do the best job that I can do. It's all about kingdom building, people. It's never about us. And the sooner we realize that, the better we're gonna be. In other words, that it's not about us, and it's about our service to others. This is what we can do for others. In other words, we should always be trying to see what we can do for the better good. In other words, outside of ourselves. When you catch people that's intrinsic, in other words, and it's only thinking about themselves, me, myself, and I, very, very dangerous people to be associated with. But you pray for them in a way. You don't try to be above or better than another, because we're not. But we do not take part in others. We do not take part in their activities. In other words, in their habits and their hang-ups. Don't let other people hang-ups become your stop-up. In other words, that's just Midiman word there now. Don't let other people hang-ups become your stop-up. In other words, you cannot help the way other people feel, and neither should you worry about it either. You pray for them and you move on. I was listening to old brother Jesse Duplantis. I like Jesse Duplantis a lot. He's very funny and he make you laugh. And we need laughter. God knows we need some laughter. These times we living in, we need some laughter, people. Really. But I was thinking about what brother Jesse said. In other words, that when God get ready to use you and raise you up to another level, that always gonna bring out enemies. That always gonna reveal them. In other words, people that when you really want to find out where people stand with you, just get blessed. Just let God lift you up to another level, place you in a position of authority or whatnot. Then you'll see the enemies will come out the woodwork and reveal themselves. It's a little quote that I put on Twitter sometime, and it says that patience is the weapon that forces deception to reveal itself, and that's so true. All you got to do is just wait. The real people gonna come out by and by. But I'm so glad that I can truly sit here and say that is one area that I don't have too much problem with. That is giving people their honor and being glad for others when the Lord bless them. I'm not jealous of that, and I'm not envious of that. I'm just saying, well, thank God that God has blessed you. That's one out the way. Mine is coming. Mine is on the way. But nevertheless, I just wanted to say that this morning, and we give God all the glory, and we thank Him. But it's sad that it's really sad that some of us feel that we got to hate or be envious and jealous of others because of the fact. But that's not stopping. That's not doing anything but stopping your blessing. You're hindering your blessing. In other words, what you make happen for others, God will make happen for you. And every man reap what he sowed. That includes women as well. And so if you want good, all you got to do, if you want to sow good, if you want to reap good, sow good, and you'll do that also. So don't be envious of them. Bible tells us, do not be envious of the workers of iniquity, for they shall soon be cut off. So in other words, let us do good. Let us do good and dwell forevermore. In other words, we know that we win, people. I read the end of the book. I read the end. And we win. All we got to do is just hold on. In other words, those that endure to the bitter end, the same shall be saved. In other words, I do believe that we got some difficult times ahead, but I do believe also that Jesus is going to make a way. In other words, Jesus already made the way. I just think that sometimes we just a little bit uneasy. And if some people would call it a lack of faith. In other words, our faith get weak, and because we want to see some things, sometimes we get pressed down. And I'm not gonna down anybody for feeling that way. I felt that way many, many times. But the older I get and the more I experience God, I learn that it's by faith and try to walk with Him. I know that everything gonna be all right. One thing else I learned about God, He ain't never early. But guess what, people? He ain't never late. He's always on time. The song say He's an on-time God. In other words, He knows exactly when to move, and He knows how to move. But if we could just hold on to that faith and don't let our faith waver, just hold on in and hang in there. Just like if you're hanging for healing, stick to Isaiah 53. Don't let it go. Yeah, hey, you may not even see it in your body yet. You may still feel the pain, but just stay hooked to Isaiah 53. Jesus said, "You will have what you say." In other words, keep confessing. Even every time you have a pain, you confess, "I am healed by His stripes." Yes, we got to keep confessing, people, and we got to keep remember. Jesus said we will have what we say. We got to be careful of what comes out of our mouths, people. And that's like I said, when you're talking all that old bad talk about people, and negative talk, and even to your own self, when you say you're not going to ever be able to do this, well, you just said it. You just prophesied it yourself. So let us talk positive, and let us talk plain. In other words, write the vision and make it plain. In other words, when you got something that you want to do, if your mind can conceive it and if you can believe it, you can achieve it. That's one of our old brother Napoleon Hill's quote there. If your mind can conceive it and you can believe it, you can achieve it. So I'm gonna believe that. In other words, I'm gonna put that into practice. In other words, even more so now than ever. And I just wanted to say that the project is coming on just fine. My brother Richard Butler, oh my, I tell you, he's done something to one of my songs already. He has done something to the one that I wrote and composed. And he has done the arrangement to that song that is off the chain. He has done an arrangement that is off the chain. And I just cannot wait. I mean, this project is, I believe, matter of fact, I know God's hand is on this project. I just feel it, and I can feel it in my bones. And I'm just saying to everybody, we just excited about what God's gonna do. In these last days, people, I don't know everything. I wish I could tell you how God's gonna move, but I do know if we just hang on as the people of God, we're gonna be all right. But let us not be weary, and let us not faint. Let us keep our faith. Let's keep the bloodstained banner held up. Jesus is our captain. Let us follow Him. This Midiman saying, whatever you get into, if God's not in it, best you come out of it. Peace.